Hey there! Welcome to the fourth episode of Niigata University Exchange Experience. So it's been a super long time since my last video. It's been maybe half a year since my last video already, and I can't believe that I've already been in Niigata for 9 months. There's only 3 months left until I go back to Sydney, I think. All in all, this video is to catch you guys up with what's been going on in my life since the last video. And I guess I have been pretty busy the last couple of months because of traveling. It was summer holidays in August and September, so I was mostly just traveling around Japan with my boyfriend. And before then, I had a big assignment due for my home university in Sydney, so I didn't get a chance to edit videos together for you guys. But this semester, after meeting some friends who came from overseas who've seen my videos and found it useful, I felt like I should continue to make more before my year is up in Japan, in hopes that these videos will help future people who are coming to Niigata find things to do or just understand Japan a little bit more. We'll first talk about things that happened in summer that I wasn't able to talk about before. So summer in Japan is very hot, unexpectedly so considering that I come from Australia and I thought our summers were bad. But Japanese summer is very humid and the temperature doesn't really cool down at night, so you have days where it's like 36 degrees Celsius from morning till night, days on end, and it felt like that for the first 2 months of summer. It felt very hot. Some tricks that I have for you if you want to travel during this time is to get some muscle cooling patches with menthol. It sounds weird, but it really does help if you're walking around the city, or like walking around Tokyo, or just traveling around Japan in general. These muscle patches, they come in like square box packs, and you can just slap them onto your body and walk around, and you'll feel a lot cooler than if you haven't had them on. Another thing that you can do is to buy mini fans. You can get them from convenience stores all across Japan, and they have types where you hold them, but they also have ones that you can just put around your neck and it will blow wind into your face. Additionally, you can also get a parasol or a UV umbrella, and having shade is so important during those really hot and sunny days, and just carrying it along with you while you're walking can help a lot with feeling cooler as well. And make sure that you drink a lot of water. There aren't that many water refill stations in Japan, but there are always vending machines that sell water for under 200 yen, so just keep in mind that it's very easy to get dehydrated in such hot and humid weather. There's one thing that you absolutely cannot miss that is quintessential to Japanese summer, and that is going to fireworks festivals. So you might think to yourself, I've already seen fireworks in my own home country. What's so different about the ones in Japan? Well, that's what I thought as well, and originally I wasn't going to go to the fireworks festivals, but I was convinced by my friends to check them out. And it was so worth it, especially since we're in Niigata and we're so close to Nagaoka. So Nagaoka has one of the biggest fireworks festivals in Japan, which goes on for I think 2 or 3 days. And boy, it's no wonder that people from all over Japan travel to see the magnificent fireworks there. Like, it completely fills up the sky. The fireworks are gigantomous. They are also very low compared to the ones in Sydney, so it feels a lot closer. Some of the fireworks shows are also synced with music, so it feels very impactful when you hear like the percussion of the fireworks with the music playing in the background. So I went to 2 fireworks festivals. There's Nagaoka, and I'd recommend that if you're going to the Nagaoka fireworks festivals that you book tickets to the observation area. It's not that expensive. I think it's under 2,000 yen or around that amount, and you get like the best view of the fireworks right at the edge of the water, because most Japanese fireworks are done near the water side. So I'd highly recommend you book these tickets, because I didn't get to do that, so I had to watch it from a place that's a bit further away and a bit obstructed by buildings. But I've seen footages from my friends who did sit right at the observation area, and it just seems so amazing. Like, of course it's already amazing even if you're just walking in the streets of that particular suburb, because it like completely fills up the sky. But it'll be even more amazing if I had known in hindsight to book the tickets, so make sure you do that if you're going to be in Niigata during summer break. The other fireworks festival that I went to was just in Niigata city, which is a lot closer, and while it was a lot smaller, it was still incredible with the musical performances. They had some that were synced to modern pop and rock music, like Japanese pop and rock music, and they also had a couple that were synced up to traditional style music, so the fireworks seemed like taiko or like Japanese drums. It's definitely one of the best experiences that you'll have in Japan, just sitting by the riverbed, having a little picnic with your friends while watching these fireworks. They even have yatai, which are street food stores alongside the river during these festivals, where you can buy fried chicken or grilled squid or other little things that you can have, even bento boxes, and kakigori, which is shaved ice. You can of course also just buy them from convenience stores and bring them to the picnic so that that you don't have to line up as much. So that's for before the summer holidays, but during the summer holidays, my boyfriend and I traveled through Japan, and we went to basically the main tourist route: Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, and then went all the way down to Fukuoka to Hakata as well. And Hakata was really unexpected. We were only there for one night, and the main reason was just to see the Kirby Cafe, since there is one in Tokyo, but that one's always booked out. And I'd say that Hakata is actually one of my favorite cities that we went to because it felt very comfortable. I think with Tokyo, it's so busy that you might feel a bit claustrophobic. But with Hakata, it has the big city vibes that Tokyo gives out, but it has the very comfortable feeling of like locality. It felt very authentic because there aren't a lot of tourists there. And I love that the city is very focused on the waters as well. They have a shopping center called Canal City, and right next to it there is, I think, a river or lake of some sort. And across the bridge they have street performers and buskers, and also a different type of yatai from the ones that you would see in festivals. So the yatai in Hakata are not takeaway booths of food, but you can actually go inside these booths and they have seating areas, and it's like a little bar where they might serve alcohol and ramen. And Hakata is well known for ramen, you might know that already, since tonkotsu ramen originated from Fukuoka. So if you are in Hakata, you should definitely try that out. Unfortunately, I couldn't get much footage taken because my phone was out of battery by the time that we got to Hakata. But hopefully you would be curious enough to go there and check it out for your very own eyes. During our trip, we went to the 3 main theme parks, so Disneyland, Disney Sea, and USJ or Universal Studios Japan in Osaka. I think in terms of ranking, I like Disney Sea the most, and then Disneyland, and then USJ. But that's because I'm not a big thrill ride person. I much prefer themed rides, and I feel like USJ had a lot more thrill roller coaster rides than themed joy rides. I think Disney Sea is very, very special. It's one of a kind in this world. You can only go there in Japan, but it also feels a lot less Disney-like compared to Disneyland itself. So rather than having recreations of areas from your favorite movies or shows, Disney Sea feels like it creates a more fictional or fantasy-like version of existing places around the world. So for example, there is an area where it feels like olden day America, there's an area that feels like Europe, and there's an area that feels like South America with Aztec temples and the like as well. And there's also fictional areas like the Atlantis vibe area, I don't remember what it's called, but it's just great for if you want to feel like you're transported to different worlds within just one theme park. I think Disneyland, while it's amazing, doesn't really have that vibe where it feels like you're being teleported to another dimension. I think my favorite ride, and my boyfriend's favorite ride, was Sinbad's Storybook Adventures in Disney Sea. It's one of the underdog rides, I feel like, because no one really lines up for it. The wait time was probably around 15 minutes, but it just felt so immersive with the animatronics singing and actually following a storyline. And then my second favorite ride would be the Beauty and the Beast ride in Disneyland. That one was quite incredible with the choreography, and the ending was quite magical. Like, I couldn't tell how it was done. I'm not going to spoil the rides for you so that you can go and check it out for yourself, but those two were probably our favorite rides so far in all 3 theme parks. In terms of how you should travel around Japan, as a student, unfortunately, you won't be able to purchase the JRL pass. So I think the most cheapest way to go around Japan now is to use the night bus. So to and from Tokyo and Niigata would be around 10,000 yen altogether, which is a lot cheaper than getting the bullet train, which is like one way for around 10,000 yen. They unfortunately increased the price of the Niigata-Nagano rail pass, which we can get as students. I think it's almost 30% increase. So unless you're traveling to and from Niigata and Tokyo a lot within the span of 6 days, or if you want to visit the areas surrounding Tokyo and Niigata and in between, I don't think it's really worth it to get the ticket. Although I think traveling with the night bus is a lot more tiring. However, it is very, very convenient from Niigata University because there are night bus stops near the university that take you directly to and from Tokyo without having to take the train to Niigata station first. So that was my summer holidays and summer in general. And now it's autumn, it's getting a lot cooler and a lot more comfortable compared to summer. And semester 2 has recently just started. So when semester 2 just started, I felt a little bit sad that my friends from last semester went back to their home countries, and a little bit lonely as well, a little bit nervous about whether or not I'll be able to meet new people as well. But All that was not really a concern in the end. Once semester starts and classes ramp back up again, you'll eventually meet new people. So if you're staying for 2 semesters, you don't have to worry about not being able to see your friends after the first semester. And if you're fortunate, then your friends would start and end the same time as you are. But if you do experience having your friends all leave at the same time, that's okay. You'll make new ones. I think being in Kokubora, or the international volunteering circle, really helps a lot in making new friends. They had, I think, already 3 events within just the last month or so, and it really helps for you to get to know other international students. They usually do izakaya after their main events, where you can really get to know people a little bit better. So last month, I went hiking with some of my new friends in Sarewada, which is a station that's quite far away from everything else in Niigata. And in fact, it was so far away that they didn't have a tap-off spot for your Seika card. So if you're ever traveling to places that are that far out, definitely get paper tickets because they might not accept your Seika card. But either way, it was a really, really wonderful experience. It was sunny in the morning, but it started raining in the afternoon. But we were able to really relax and enjoy the countryside for what it is. We went on the park route rather than the hiking route because we accidentally went on the wrong direction. But once we hit the end of that park hiking route, there was a pagoda where we could see pretty much all of Niigata. And it was so healing because the only thing you can see are the rice paddies and farmlands that span your entire view. And it just feels like it's something that you wouldn't be able to see if you're hiking closer to major cities. After that, though, we did miss our train, and the next train was in 2 hours, so we walked in the rain to the next station over. Yeah, it was great exercise. I think we got like maybe 30,000 steps in that day. This weekend, my friends and I are going to go to Yahiko to take a look at how the seasons change and how Yahiko feels different as well during the different seasons. So since it's autumn, all the leaves will start to turn red, and we'll really be able to see the different vibe that Yahiko has to offer. So I'm quite excited for that as well. Weather forecast says that it will be cloudy, and hopefully it stays that way and it doesn't rain. But even if it rains, we'll still enjoy ourselves while we are there. I've got a lot planned for the rest of this month as well. On Sunday, I'll be in Tokyo again for Design Festa, since one of my friends are going to be selling her merchandise there. And then the week after, I will be going to an international party that one of our friends are DJing at in a bar in Niigata City. And then on the final week of this month, I'm thinking of going to Sado Island before winter comes. So yeah, that wraps up this episode of Niigata University Adventures. I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to post consistently, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a couple more videos in. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments or just message me directly. I'll have my line contact in the description as well if you want to reach me through that instead. Thank you so much for watching this video, and for people who have been watching my videos thus far, thank you for your support, really appreciate it, and I hope that no matter where you are, whether you're in Niigata already, whether you're overseas and thinking of coming to study, or whether you're just interested in what life is like in a rural town as an exchange student, that this video helped you a bit, or even just gave you a little bit of entertainment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye! So didn't you want to shout out to your Instagram? Didn't you want to shout out to your Instagram?
Oh yeah, I thought you were taking a photo.
No, it's a video.
Oh shoot.
Say something.
Yo, what's up YouTube?